Welcome to Hometown Happenings. I'm Carol McCarthy here with Linda Widowich and Abe. And we're continuing our series on service dogs here. And Linda, you have a new addition to your Patriot Assistant Dog program.
Yes, we do. We have Abe. He's giving us his best view. He is 8 weeks old. He was born on June 5th, and he was donated specifically to the program by Middle Branch Labs from out in Wisconsin. They had sold a dog to the president of our board, Jeff. He is a veteran. He has worked at training the dog himself. He named his dog Luke. Luke is 4 years old. They've appeared on behalf of the service dogs at the meetings at the courthouse beyond the yellow ribbon and the resolution that allowed us to have Katie Colt in the Veteran Service Office. Jeff contacted his breeder, the Engelbritzes of Middle Branch Labs, and told them what Luke was doing and being certified as a service dog. And the people in Wisconsin were so impressed. Jim said, you know, we had a litter of labs born yesterday, and I've got one that hasn't gotten a deposit down on him yet. I'd like to donate that to the program. So since he was 1 day old, he has been dedicated to Patriot Assistance Dogs, and we picked him up last Sunday. Mary was in Wisconsin at a show, and she met up with the Engelbritzens, and they turned him and his papers over, and he now resides in Minnesota and will be training with us. He's a very active boy. He's also a chewer. As you can see, he's already autographed his scarf.
And he is just raring to go for something today.
He is. Jeff picked his name. His name is Abe, in honor of the Abrams tank.
Oh, okay.
That was used in Desert Storm.
Does that mean he's indestructible?
Oh, I don't think we're indestructible quite yet.
No. All right, so as a Patriot Assistance Dogs, he will be, you have the dogs that are in the office, like the one at the Becker County Veteran Service Office, and then you have the ones that are with the vet one-on-one. And is that what Abe is going to be trained for?
That, I would foresee that being his primary goal.
Okay.
If something should turn up different, like with Katie Colt, the dog that's in the Veteran Service Office, one of the reasons she was career changed from leader dogs was that she has a borderline dysplastic hip.
Okay.
That means that down the road she may be lame.
Okay.
I would not assign her to a veteran to say, we believe you can get 6, 8, or 10 years of service from this dog. This guy, if he checks out, if he's healthy and his training goes as planned, he would go to a serviceman, to a veteran.
All right. So he's got some months ahead of him with training, and as he's 8 weeks old as we're filming this. So what at this point, just getting him socialized and that sort of thing?
Yes, we've started walking on leash, and that's been, he's learning that if he steps under my feet, we all end up in a pile. So he's learning to walk on leash, he's learning to come when called, and of course we're working on house training.
Okay, great. All right, so we're here with Abe and Linda today on Hometown Happenings, and we're also going to get an update on Elsie, who we've been following along for these last few months, and get an update on her and what she is doing as her lead dog training, where she's at that right now. And how old is Elsie?
Elsie is 7.5 months.
Okay, all right, so we'll take a break, and we're going to be back with Abe and Linda and Elsie after this. Welcome back to Hometown Happenings. We've got Abe and Linda and Elsie now joining us here. We're talking about the service dogs that Linda trains, and we've got a new Patriot Assistance dog, Abe, and Elsie. We're going to get an update on Elsie. I met Elsie back when she was Abe's 8-week stage.
Yes, she's growing a bit.
Yes, a little bit.
She's almost 50 pounds now. She's not going to mature to be a real large dog, but they found that this sized lab works very well, particularly for people who need to use mass transit, who need to ride subways or city buses or light rail trains. There's not a lot of room to get a 100-pound German Shepherd or a large 80-pound lab at your feet in a bus, whereas a 50-pound lab can curl up much easier.
Sure.
So this is a great size, and her temperament is turning out to be wonderful. As you can see, she's laying down on her own. She was sleeping when I brought her out of the kennel just now, and she's willing to just hang out with us.
See, Abe, you learned from Elsie.
Got a lot of things to learn, Abe.
Well, Linda, let's talk a little bit about now, as far as lead dogs go, service dogs. you talk about some of the, what do I want to say, the etiquette of lead dogs. I noticed that you keep Elsie on a chain or on a leash constantly.
Yes, when she's out in public, she's required to be leashed. I don't allow her to interact. You can see she's not trying to get to the puppy. She's looking at them. They've played together. We'll let them play in a little bit here. But she needs to understand that when her scarf is on, she's on leash, she's working. She doesn't get to go out and meet other dogs. She doesn't get to frolic and play. And that's something that's difficult for some people to grasp. You know, well, my dog should be able to play with other dogs. Yes, but she has a special mission. She gets her playtime, but only at designated times. We're looking for puppy raisers, puppy fosters. We've got a pup in our program right now that's living here at the kennel that we would like to see out in a foster home instead of in the kennel setting. We've got a couple of older dogs in the 10-month, 12-month range that we would like to see in foster homes as well. We offer free classes to people who are fostering. They can come in and join our classes. We encourage them to take with our Patriot assistance dogs. We will be encouraging the veterans to do things, pursue things with their dogs. In other words, to pursue a title or compete in agility. The gentleman that we talked about early, Jeff, hunts with his lab.
Okay.
The dog helps him as well as hunts with him. We just competed this last weekend in Fargo with 2 of our service dogs in rally obedience. And one of them placed very high. She placed, in a 3-day trial, she took a 3rd and a 2nd in the trial. So we're real happy with that.
All right. So what sort of, to get Elsie to this point where she does sit and, to kind of mellow her out or know that she needs to be on a leash, how do you train her on that?
I take her through classes. I take her through obedience classes. Since I teach a lot of the classes, I often will use her as a demonstration dog. I get her out and about every day. She does leash work every day. And I expose her. You can hear the dogs in the background. There are a lot of dogs here. She's around dogs every day, so it's not like she goes without seeing a friend for a month and then, oh boy, get to play. She does this every day. Would you like to see the 2 of them play together?
Sure. Yes, that'd be great.
All right, we're going to take their scarves off, so just slip that off.
Here you go. It's kind of a hot day, and Abe is looking forward to this.
And we need to be in a fenced area, an enclosed area, so the dogs can't get away.
So now their work clothes comes off. The play will soon begin.
All right, go ahead and set him down here.
All right.
There you go, kids. We have to sniff and smell and determine who we are. Now, these guys have played together before. They frolic in the kitchen every morning.
So now, will Abe and they don't have designated homes yet. I mean, do you have a sign up where vets request dogs, and is there kind of a waiting list?
Yes, there is, and they can apply through their local Veterans Service Office. Ultimately, their application will come through the Becker County Veterans Service Office, so they could either contact Becker County direct or go to their local county Veterans Service Office and apply.
Okay. All right, Linda Widowich is my guest today on Hometown Happenings, along with Abe and Elsie, and we're going to continue our series with the service dogs and in the future, near future. And Linda, I want to thank you so much for introducing us to Abe and giving us an update on Elsie.
Oh, that's always my pleasure.
All right. For Hometown Happenings, I'm Carol McCarthy.